Next lesson for the grade 8. Alam kong some of you here are waiting for this and I hope na marami tayong matutunan dito sa ating gagawing lesson vlog. So for our next topic for today is about properties in parallel and perpendicular lines. So pag sinabi nating parallel, meaning ito yung two lines na talagang hindi nag-intersect. Okay, so in addition to that, we will going to continue now with our lesson for today. So when we talk about parallel lines, these are lines in a plane which do not meet. Ibig sabihin kahit anong gawin natin, talagang hindi talaga mag-meet yan. That is two straight line in a plane that do not intersect at any point. So these are what we call parallel lines. Okay? So here, this is one example of the line. And then parallel, ibig sabihin kailangan meron pa siyang isang kasama. So we have line L and line M. So these are what we call parallel lines. Okay? Kahit gaano pa kahaba, hindi talaga magmi-meet ang kanilang mga lines. Okay? The next is we have the transversal line. What do we mean by transversal line? It is a line that passes through two lines in the same plane and two distinct points. So meaning, ito yung nag-intersect dito sa dalawang parallel lines. So paano ang itsura niyan? Ganyan yan. So this is line T. If you notice, sabi dito, two lines in the same plane at two distinct points. So these are the two distinct points na meron tayo. Okay? Sa line L, compare sa transversal line T, nakita natin meron tayong itong part na to is considered distinct. Okay? Itong part na to. This is a distinct point. And the same also with the line M compared to the transversal line, line M. Okay? So, yan yung sinasabi nating distinct point pagdating dito sa ating line. Okay? Then, yan yung ating parallel lines, right? Okay, now since we are dealing with parallel and perpendicular lines, let's try to discuss the postulate behind these parallel and perpendicular lines. So, ano yung mga postulates na meron tayo? Okay, the first one is we have the converse of the corresponding angles postulate. So, if you notice, pag sinabi mong converse of the corresponding angles, it means that two lines cut by transversal so that the per corresponding angle is congruent, then the two lines are parallel. So, dito, madali nating mame-measure kung talagang itong line L and line M are parallel to each other. May mga postulate that we have to discuss para lang masabi natin na ito ay considered to be parallel to each other, no? So, first one is with angle 1 and angle 5, that is actually congruent. Ibig sabihin, kung anong value ni 1, yun din ang magiging value ni 5. The same also with 2 and 6, angle 2 and angle 6. Okay? And angle 1 and angle 7, pareho lang din sila. At the same time with angle 3 and angle 7. Okay? So, pareho lang sila ng mga value. Okay? At the same time, the last is angle 4 and angle 8. So these are what we call converse of the corresponding angles postulate. Okay? So meaning, pag na-confirm na natin na they are all congruent to each other, meaning we can conclude now that line L is parallel to line M. Okay? Another postulate, examples. Bigyan natin example to. So, if angle 1 is 115, so ano daw yung ka-converse ng angle 1? That is angle 5. So, kung anong value ni 1, yun din ang value ni 5. 115. Okay? Now, paano natin masusukat si angle 2? Ang angle 2 natin, 'di ba, ang hirap, angle 1 lang naman ang given. So always remember, in a certain line, it has a 180 degrees. Okay? So since yung 1 natin dito, kung titingnan natin tong part na to, 1 natin is 115 degrees, all we have to do is to subtract 115 degrees dun sa 180 to find angle 2. So 180 less 115, this is 75 degrees. So ang value ni 2 ay 75 degrees. Okay? So matik na yan, ang ka-correspond niya na angle is yung angle 6 natin. So kung anong value ni angle 2, yun din ang magiging value ni angle 6. Always remember that. So therefore, Kung 75 si 2, 75 din si 6. Okay? And so forth. How about angle 3? So, kung titingnan natin, si angle 1 is 115, para lang yan kay angle 2. Okay? So, kung reflexive lang tong angle 2 tsaka angle 3 natin. So, kung anong value ng angle 2, yun din ang value ni angle 3. So, therefore, this is also 75. So, kung 75 si angle 3, si angle 7 is also 75. Okay? And sa angle 4, okay, alam na natin, ano lang yan, reflexive lang yan si angle 1. So, meaning, kung ano value ni angle 1, yun din ang value ni angle 4, 115 degrees. The same also with angle 8. So, if you notice, isa lang ang given, madali na nating malaman lahat ng angle measurement inside the converse corresponding angle postulate. So, pag ito ay na-meet ang requirements, meaning ang ating line L and line M are parallel to each other. Okay? Now, let's go to the next theorem na meron tayo. Converse of the alternate interior angles theorem. Ang sabi dito, alternate interior angles is congruent, then the two lines are parallel. So, ano yung alternate? So, pag sinabi mong alternate, ito ang ibig sabihin nun. Okay? So, si angle 3 is congruent to angle 6. So, pag sinabing alternate, sa loob kasi interior, from the word interior, ibig sabihin sa loob tayo titingin. So, si 3 and 6 are alternate. So, meaning, kung ano value ni 3, yun din ang magiging value ni 6. The same also with 4 and 5. Kung ano value ni 4, yun din ang value ni 5. So, meaning, congruent siya. And if this is satisfied, meaning, ang ating line L is parallel to line M. Okay, let's give some example of this. So if we have angle 3 is equal to 85, again, 85 siya. So ang interior niya na converse or alternate niya si angle 6. So kung ano ang value ni angle 3, yun din ang value ni angle 6. So 85 din siya. So paano natin kukunin si angle 4? Angle 4 napakasimple lang. Again, straight line. Alright? From angle 3 to angle 4, we form a straight line. So meaning this is 180. So what are we going to do is we have to subtract 85 dun sa 180. So 180 less natin kay 185. Therefore, this is angle 4 is equal to 95 degrees. So kung ano yung ka-alternate ni angle 4, 'di ba? Interior, so si angle 5. Kung anong measurement ni angle 4, yun din ang measurement ni angle 5, which is 95 degrees. Okay? So next, another theorem about converse of the alternate exterior angles theorem. So pag sinabi nating alternate ulit, but this time, kung kanina interior, this time this is exterior, yung nasa labas. So kung ano daw yung yung ka-alternate niya exterior, kung anong value niya, yun din ang value ng ka-alternate. Ganun lang kasimple to. So we are dealing with the outside angle. So here, we have 1 and 8. So yung 1 and 8 natin, kung anong value ni 1, ang ka-alternate ni 1 is 8. Okay? So, meaning, angle 1 is congruent to angle 8. And then, angle 2 and angle 7, this is ka-alternate ni 2 si 7. So, kung anong value ni 7, yun din ang value ni 8. Kaya, angle 2 is congruent to angle 7. And if this is satisfied, meaning ang ating line L is parallel to line M. So, ganun lang kasimple yung gagawin natin dito. So, para mas lalo maintindihan, let's put this one into an example. So, example natin, if angle 1 is 120, okay. Kung ano daw ang value ni 1, yun din ang value ni 8, di ba? So, angle 1 is 120, therefore angle 8 is 120 also. How are we going to find angle 2? Again, from angle 1 to angle 2, we form a straight line. Straight line consists of 180 degrees. So, kung ano ang value ni 1, iles lang natin kay 180 degrees, yun na kagad ang value ni angle 2. So, here, ang ating angle 2 is 60. Alright? So, kung ano ka-alternate niya sa exterior, which is 7. So, meaning, angle 7 is also 60 degrees. Okay? The next theorem that we're going to discuss is converse of the same side interior angles theorem. So, pag sinabi nating same side, ito yung, since we are looking for interior, di ba? So, pag interior, ibig sabihin ito, itong part na to, tsaka itong part na to. So, yung angle natin dito, sabi, converse the same side. So, isang side lang sila. Yung angle 3 natin, tsaka angle 5 natin are on the same side. So, sabi dito, sa theorem na to, if the side interangle is supplementary. So, pag sinabi natin supplementary, then the two lines are parallel. So, pag sinabing supplementary, meaning ang angle 3 natin, if we add to angle 5, ang result niyan should be 180 degrees. Okay? So, kailangan. So, the same also with angle 4 and angle 6. 180 degrees din po siya. Okay? Huwag po kayong malilito dito. Ano? So, this is converse of the same side, interior angles theorem. Okay? So, let's put this one an example para mas lalo nating makita. So, suppose that, ito nakita natin, no? Yung angle 72, ayan, 72 daw ito. So, ang ating angle 72, pero ang kanyang ka-interior with the same side is angle 5. We don't know the angle yet of angle 5. So, what are we going to do? We apply the formula. Since ang angle 72 degrees and angle 5, pag pinag-add daw natin yan siya, dapat 180 degrees ang kalalabasan. So, dito, 72 plus, we don't know the measurement angle 5. So, we have to change this one, yung ating 72, patawirin natin sa equation sa kabila. So, meaning measurement angle 5 is equal to 180 minus 72. So, 180 less 72, that is 108 degrees. So, automatically, ang measurement angle 5 natin is 108 degrees. Okay? So, ganyan lang yung pagkuha ng mga measurement angle, lalo na kung isa lang ang given. Now, let's put some more examples para mas lalo nating mahasa ang ating mga sarili. Suppose that we have line L1 and L2. So, that is parallel, ano? So, ano kaya ang postulate or theorem na binabanggit dito sa problem to? So, the first thing is to identify first what kind of postulate or theorem is based on this one. So, 7x minus 9 degrees, if you notice, nasa exterior siya and then isa yung interior. This is what we call converse of the corresponding angles postulate. So, ibig sabihin, converse sa corresponding. So, meaning, kung ano ang value ng 7x minus 9 degrees, dapat yun din ang value ni 4x plus 3 degrees. So, paano natin kukunin? Simpleng-simple lang. Measurement angle 7x minus 9 is congruent to 4x plus 3 degrees. So, this is gawin na natin equal, ano? And then, after natin makuha yan, pagsamahin natin pare-pareho from 7x minus natin kay 4x, equals natin kung 3. Notice yung negative na yun, di ba? Tumawid siya sa equal sign, naging siyang positive. So, 3 plus 9 na siya. So, applying the subtraction and addition property. So, we have 3x is equal to 12. Notice 3, we are looking for the value of x only. So, we have to divide 12 dun sa 3. So, 12 divided by 3, therefore we have 4. But we are not done yet because we are looking for the measurement angle of the corresponding angle postulate. So, paano natin gagawin yun? Simple-simple lang. Simply substitute the value of x, gawin nating 4. So, dito, inuna ko muna yung 7x minus 9 degrees. So, we have 7 times 4 minus 9. This is 28 minus 9. Therefore, this is 19 degrees. Okay? Tingnan natin kung pareho sila ng sagot sa 4x plus 3 degrees. So, again, substitute lang natin yung value ng x. Gawin natin 4. So, 4 times 4 is 16 plus 3. So, therefore, this is 16 plus 3, 19 degrees. So, if you notice, kailangan pareho lang talaga sila ng value kasi kung hindi sila pareho ng value, meaning mamamali na po ang mga ating mga scenario dito. Okay? So, ganyan yung pagkuha ng value ni x. Okay? So, again, another problem. So, ano kayang postulate ito or theorem? So, since pasok sila sa interior, the same side, so what do you call this one? This is converse of the same side interior angle theorem. Okay? Same side interior angle siya. So anong gagawin natin dito? In order for us to value, we all know that that is 180 degrees pag pinag-add natin. So ganito ang scenario nito. So meaning, tanggalin natin yan. So we have 2x plus 4x plus 35 plus 3. Ang ginawa ko, pinagsama-sama ko na ang pare-pareho. Baka malito kayo, ano? So what is 2x plus 4x? That is 6x. So 35 plus 3, we have 38 degrees. So since ang 38 natin, itatranspose natin sa kabila para maging 180 degrees siya. So meaning this is 6x degrees is equal to 180 degrees less 38 degrees. So 180 less 38, therefore this is 142. Divide natin yung 6. So this is 142, divide natin by 6. So we have 23.67. Now, ang goal natin dito is to prove that measurement angle 2x plus 35 degrees plus measurement angle 4x plus 3 degrees, pag pinagsama natin siya, dapat it will correspond to 180 degrees. Okay? So, anong gagawin natin? Simpleng-simple lang. Pagsamahin lang natin ito, no? So, 23.67. Isa-isayin natin. Dito, medyo nag-omit ako or gumawa ako ng something strategy kasi kung pareho nating ilalagay yung 0.67 sa measurement, sa kabilang measure din sa kabilang measure, hindi natin ma-achieve yung 180 degrees. At some point, meron siyang sobra. Parang may 4 degrees na sobra. So, ginawa ko siya 23.66, yung isa 23.67. So, don't get confused because my goal here is to prove that this is 180 degrees all in all. So, ginawa ko sa kabila, 23.66 lang. Sa kabila naman is 23.67. Okay, for those of you, ito yung tinutukoy ko. Yan. Okay? So, ginawa ko siyang ganyan. Okay? So, pero nasa inyo pa rin. If you think that you can deal with this, good. Kung kaya ninyong hanapan kaagad, well and good. Pero mas maganda kung alam niyo kung paano pasikot-sikutin itong mga bagay-bagay na to. Okay? So, after that, if you notice, try natin to. So, yung 2 times 23.66, this is 47.32 plus 35 degrees plus the measurement. Notice 4 times 23.67 is 94.68 plus 3 degrees. So pag pinag-add po natin sila, therefore this is 82.32 degrees and 97.68 degrees. If we are going to add this one up, we will get 180 degrees. So you see, so ganyan lang yung setup dito sa converse of the same side interior. Kailangan muna mapamiliarize natin kung anong theorem, anong postulate ang ginamit dito sa parallel perpendicular lines before we conduct some operations. Okay? So the next is another problem is we have x plus 34 and 2x plus 4. So if you notice, inside sila, pero anong tawag dun? Alternate ang meaning sa. So ano ang tawag natin dito? This is converse of the alternate interior angle theorem. So alternate siya. Okay? So ganun pa rin. Kung anong value ni x plus 34, yun ang value ni 2x plus 4. Okay? So meaning ganyan siya. Congruent muna siya. So x plus 34, gawin na natin equal sign yan. Then the next step is pinagsama-sama ko yung pare-pareho. Lahat ng x, pinagsama ko lahat ng mga numbers lang, pinagsama ko. So meaning 2x minus x and then 34 minus 4. Notice the sign of x from positive naging negative. Yung 4 naman from positive 4 naging negative 4. So 34 minus 4, we have 30 is equal to x. So since ito na yung value ng x, let's try to find out kung talagang magiging pareho ba sila ng value. So we let x to 30 degrees. So x plus 34 degrees is equal to 30 degrees plus 34. 30 plus 34 is 64 degrees. Yan yung value ni x plus 34. Again, yung kabilang side naman, 2x plus 4 degrees is equal to 2 multiplied by 30 degrees plus 4. 30 times 2 is 60 plus 4. Obviously, this is 64 degrees. Notice na pareho sila ng sagot. Okay? So, this is how you work with parallel and perpendicular lines. In solving unknown value, in finding the value of a certain angle, kailangan nyo lang masterin ito maya't maya, panoorin, and then so that you can understand here kung paano ninyo ipapagalaw itong parallel and perpendicular lines. I hope you learned something for today and I hope to see you on the next vlog.